Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So please subscribe, hit the subscribe button to help my channel grow, because that really helps me out a lot, and it costs nothing to click subscribe. Okay, so let's continue here. We're almost at the end, and in this case we have what we need for a marked test here. We can view the results here, and I had thought if I go to my profile here, because I'm logged in as a teacher, and I thought it wasn't working to retrieve tests, but apparently it is. So here it shows me the tests that as a teacher I created. So I can click on this to view it as a test, but I can't. I think can I add questions? I still can. So this shouldn't happen, because this test is already being run. But we're going to fix this momentarily here. I can also unpublish, which is okay, but I shouldn't be able to add things to it at this point. So I don't know why this is still active. So anyway, let's look at this. Let's see single test.php here. That way we can stop adding questions once this test is already active. It's published, right? So I shouldn't be able to add that. Okay, so let's go to this is single test slash let's see, single underscore test. Let's go to the view itself. So let's single test. Where are we? Single test view. There we go. And let's see here where we have this view class. There's where is that button there? Total questions. Where is that? Okay, so it isn't here. It's part of these guys here. So the tab here is the view, which is test tab view. So let's find test tab view. Test tab view inc right there, and this is the section right here, which should not be active if the test is published. So let's check that out. Let's see if there's questions here, but I want the row itself of the test. So let me see somewhere where I used test anywhere. So this isn't if row editable. Let's see, edit. So I think we should use this. So I'm going to copy this row editable since it's already active, and right here on the nav, because the nav starts from there and there, let's just put an if statement, and let's move everything over, and then I can put the end if, just copy that and put it here. Okay, so let's see what that brings up. Okay, cool. So if it's editable, then it shows that. If it's not, it doesn't. We can move the HR. I think it looks weird up there like this. So design issues are totally up to you, how you want to design these things. But let's try and unpublish this. Okay, so now it's unpublished. Let me click unpublish. Okay. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, the thing is disable is equal to true. So the thing is, once it refreshes the page, it doesn't remove the disabled is equal to true at the end there. So I think that's what's causing our problem, because then now when we refresh, we get that again. So it may be a good idea to reload the page to a single test and then use the ID at the end. So let's do that in single test, because this is single test.php, and let's go to where we are looking for where we are doing the disabling. So disable is right here, right? And once we are done with this, it would be a good idea to simply redirect our attention. So let's see how redirections are done here. And so we're going to say this redirect and copy that. And let's paste this right here on the disabled. This way we get rid of the disable is equal to true at the end of this. So I'm going to hit publish, published, yes, and then click unpublish, and there we go. So now it's gone from there. This way, even if I refresh, I don't get any problems. But then we still don't see this thing here. So let's go back to test tab view, and let's see what our if statement has. If row editable. So instead of editable, I think it's disabled. So if not disabled, like this, and let's refresh our page. What's happening here? So what I want to do here is, let me inspect what's inside here. So I'll do show and paste like that. Remove that. Let's see what we get. Okay, so in here we do have disabled, which is 1. Okay, so that's not an actual issue. So if disabled, it's disabled right now, so it should show this. So instead of the exclamation point, I should remove that. That was my mistake. That way when it's disabled, that's when we see that. So refresh, and now we can see it. Then once we publish this, we don't see that. When we unpublish it, we see it. Okay, that seems 2 points, a comment, answer. So multiple choice has an answer, this has an answer, this one doesn't have an answer. So why? Oh yeah, so these are the questions without answers. Okay, makes sense. All right, so everything is good here for now. Now let's fix one more thing. So we fix that. We'll keep fixing things as we see problems with them. There's one more thing I need to fix. If I log out from here now, and I log in as the admin, there we go. And if I go to mark, nothing is here because there's nothing for me to mark. But when I go to marked, I get this error. So let's fix this one as well. So undefined variable test on line 77. So we won't bother with this one. Let's fix this one first and see if it doesn't fix the second one. So let's look at line 77. It's saying test is unknown, and this one is on marked.php. Let's go to line 77. Where are we? Right here. So it's telling me that test, okay, it's right here actually. This one is unknown. So let's see what we have done wrong to deserve this. Okay, so it makes sense because test is declared in here, and this time we're passing through this section and not this section here. So better to put this outside the if statement. It's such a simple error, and I'll just put it right here. Now, as you can see, I'm repeating myself here. So instead, let's make this universal. Let me see where I'm using tests, if that's more numerous than where I'm using just test. Okay. So test is defeated because I'm only using that maybe here. So I can change that to an S. Let's find it again. Test there, 77 is right here. There is test single. Let's put an S there, and yep, that should work out. So then we can remove this because it's a complete repeat of this one here. So save. This is a result of copying code from different places. That's what you get. Okay, so we finally have an issue there. Now it's saying that test was not found. This shouldn't happen because we have the test here, and if I click, it should take me to an actual test. So this means the test ID or the user or something, one of those is not working well. So click here. Let's come down here and see what the problem is. So that test was not found. Let's look for if the information is actually being found first. So let's go to marked single, and this is it here. So by the time we get to where we're showing where is this? Here. So we should look at what's inside data, but I want to see what's inside this one, data row, because that's the initial row here. So I'm going to show this one here and see what I get. And let's refresh. Okay, so it does have data, so there must be something weird here going on. So let's go to the view itself and look at what creates this if statement. So that's marked single. Let's go down to the view, marked single.view, and let's see here. Where do we get that error? That test was not found. There's an else statement. So let's look at which if statement matches this one, and it's right here. So if this one is trying to see if row is set and if answered test row is set and answered, so all of these should be correct. So here I should, there's yeah, maybe this is where the problem is. I'm not a student here. Row disabled, and I am a student. So if it's disabled and I'm a student, this shouldn't matter because this is a marked test. This situation only works to avoid a student answering a question, a test that hasn't been published. So we don't need this at all. So I'm going to remove this one here. Let's reduce the amount of ands and see if we get any luck. Okay, and finally it actually reads because that was obstructing the view. All right, so good. At least now we know the percentage. We can view this even as an admin to marked tests. Okay, pretty cool. And what we need now is to do a walkthrough where we start from scratch. We create a test, and then we get a student to answer the test, and then we mark that test, and then we view the result finally here. So let's do that in the next video. That way we get to see all the errors in the process, if any, and then we can fix those.